Hello, I'm Gary Slyman, President and Founder of Great Transition Strategies. Today's topic, well-being, your leadership, and the workplace. Well, that's a lot. You've all heard of Gallup. Gallup's been engaged in gathering data of all types, and they have been a leader over the past several decades of defining engagement in the workforce. So they've done all kinds of studies. Well, they've recently done a study that looks at overall well-being in life, and they compared it to, and well, there's some interesting findings about the workplace. So I want you, as I talk about this, I want you to think about yourself in the workplace, and I want you to think about you as a leader in the workplace and the folks that you're leading. So what did Gallup find? In this most recent study, they have found that there's 5 areas that affect overall thriving in life. And those 5 areas are career, social, financial, physical, community. Career, you have a career that's important to you, you know you're making an impact. Social, you have relationships in the workplace and outside the workplace, but in the workplace is critical here that help you get to where you want to go. Financial, you're not stressed about money. Physical, you're doing okay, you're capable of doing the things you want to do. Community, you have a community of folks that surround you. By far, these top 2 outpace the others as far as defining your thriving. And what they define as thriving, that if an individual on a scale of 0 to 10, they call this a thriving ladder, scale of 0 to 10, if you are 7 and above, if you're a 7 above in any of these areas now, and you expect to be in the future, you're thriving, you're doing well. If you're 4 to 7, you're struggling, and then we won't even talk about the bottom ones. Right. So you see this wheel that I have here. I call this the wheel of life. In my coaching, when I work with individuals, I help you, if you're my client, I help you figure out, where do I want to be in the future? You choose the period of time, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. Where do I want to be in my professional position, in my leadership role, with my relationships, personal and professional, wealth, health, fun, leisure, recreation, free time, spirituality, giving back, and personal growth. So if you look at these, I kind of connected these dots to these areas. So career and social, career, professional position and leadership role, social, relationships, personal and professional relationships, financial, physical, health, fun, leisure, recreation, and then community, spirituality, giving back. Personal growth is kind of an outlier. Well, we take a look at, where do you want to be in the future? What's a 10 look like? So that is, what does thriving look like for you in some future? We help you determine, this is what thriving should look like for you. This is what you want it to look like. Then we go back and we actually score. So let's just look at these first 3. We actually go back and score. You see I have arcs on here. Where are you today? Well, my professional position, I'm feeling like I'm maybe a 7.5. Okay, what does that mean? In my leadership role, I'm really a 5. I'm not where I want to be. In my relationships, personally, I'm an 8. I'm doing really well at home with my friends, but at work, I'm really a 3. I don't have a lot of folks at work that are I don't really have the relationships I think I should have at work. So as you take a look at this area here, I've really connected them to the top. Thriving. We defined what you want thriving to be in the future. What does a 10 look like? Now, these have the greatest impact on you and your overall thriving long term. And what do? We work on behavior change to move each of these as close to 10 as we can get. What are the behavior changes to get you where you want to be so you are, in fact, thriving? That might mean a career change. It might mean a position change. It might be doing some things to develop yourself so you can thrive. Now, that's you personally. Think about what you're doing as a leader for the people that work for you. Have you had these kind of conversations with individuals to understand, what does it look like as a 10 for them down the road, particularly in these areas in their career? Where do they want to be career-wise? Where do they want to be relationship-wise with those folks at work? If you can take a look at this part here, you're going to make a huge impact on the individual. Know that everyone brings their whole self to work with them. all these other things have an impact. These have a percentage of these the greatest impact. The other ones do in fact have an impact. My opinion, what does this tell you as a leader? What's it tell me as a leader for the people that I work with? To make people to allow people to thrive, I need to consider these as the top because they have the largest, but I need to have an impact and have these kind of coaching conversations with them to get them where they ultimately want to be. So one, they're engaged at work, they're thriving at work. Two, they're engaged in life and they're thriving in life long term. Engagement keeps them longer, does much better for them, much better for us in the workplace overall. Hope you found that helpful. I look forward to an opportunity to help you determine where you want to be and help you assess where you are and get out there so you can get all these marks all around the 10 so you can thrive at work and in life.